Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own.
Susan! I've made a lot of progress with this build, which I say in every single video, but damn it, it's true. Okay, this entire marketplace is nearly done. I think there are 2 more places I need to build up, and those won't take me long. But as you can see, I've sectioned off this area from the marketplace with these big-ass walls. I don't really know why I do this, but I like having staging areas in big settlements, where as soon as you go through the main gate, you don't just walk into the entire settlement. I like for there to be some kind of buffer area in between, just in case some shit goes down. And plus, you know, I wanted there to be a definitive entrance into the market, so there it is. So as I was building this place up, I fell into my old habits of decorating as if it was a Minutemen theme, where, you know, everything is tidy and clean and very well put together. And then I remembered, right, okay, this is a Raider build, Cord. Stop making everything look so nice. So I felt like I needed some sort of a reminder, which is why I put this up. And I think it speaks for itself. Plus, I could totally see Raiders doing something like this, taking over the castle and doing this to one of their flags as a big middle finger to the Minutemen history. Just disrespectful. This is sort of their communications room, so they took over Radio Freedom and use it as a way to communicate throughout the Commonwealth. Which I'm just now realizing isn't too smart, because anyone can just tune to their radio station, right? And hear where they are and what they're planning. See, this is why I don't do lore. You know, I would probably be a lot better with lore if I didn't try to make it up on the spot. Oh, right, Susan's back. I don't know where the hell she was or how the hell she found me, but here she is. It's kind of weird because she showed up immediately after I committed mass homicide. Interesting. You guys have seen this before. This is like my clothing shop because I put this fitting room back here. And it cracks me up every single time because of how ridiculous it is. With this broken mirror next to it. It makes no sense, and I just find it hilarious. But yeah, basically a clothing merchant, and back here I think I'm going to add in, I'm going to make this like a living area. I think a bed can fit back there. I don't know. If not, it's just going to be a bunch of storage or something. Across from it is the butcher shop, which makes no sense. But I've never decorated a butcher shop before, so this was really interesting for me. There's a lot of blood. A lot of blood. So, some of you have suggested that I build a human butcher shop because these are raiders and some of them are cannibals. And I'm going to do that later on in the build. You'll probably see it in the next video, which will hopefully be the last one at the castle. But the whole idea that I had for the marketplace is that yes, these are raiders, but I'm trying to have some sort of civilization to it. And I get a lot of questions like, how did raiders build this? How do they sustain this? Where do they get all these supplies from? So to answer those questions, my original thought behind this build is that if you give raiders power, which this place does, then they're going to use it to benefit themselves. So yeah, normally raiders don't have shit, but if a group takes over a place like this, then more groups are going to join them because they have shelter and protection, and then they start capturing settlers and forcing them to work as slaves to build up this place and maintain their resources. Like, I'm mainly basing this off of Nuka World. It's pretty much the same idea. That whole place is run by raiders, it's pretty built up, and they have slaves that essentially do everything for them. Oh, well, I had 3 Brahmin back here, but now the gate's open and there's no Brahmin. That's gonna be fun. But here's my Brahmin pin with no Brahmin. Back to the main walkway, we have a clinic right here. I know it's raiders, and would they really have a clinic? But they gotta have something. They can't have this whole town with no medic, you know? So it's nothing nice, it's barely thrown together, it's just something that will sort of help them if they get hurt. But don't worry, to balance it out, I put a gun shop right in front of the clinic. Yeah, city planning is pretty much non-existent in this build, and if that's not Raider-esque, then I don't know what is. Also, this has got to be the best gun shop that I have made, and I don't know why. I think it's because I didn't overdo it, I guess. I mean, there's still a lot of decorations and there's still a lot of things going on in here, but I look at my old builds and they just have so much decorations and so much going on, and it doesn't look believable that Bethesda would have done it, and I think these are a little bit better. Next up is the armor shop, and I forgot to mention that with each of these stores, I put in their related workbenches. So the gun shop has the weapons workbench, and this one has the armor workbench. Oh, I wanted to point out that this is the armor that you can buy, and I tried putting blood splatter on the armor, but I guess it didn't work out in the creation kit. But I pictured raiders killing someone, taking their armor, and immediately trying to sell it without making any effort to clean it beforehand. I thought that idea was hilarious, but it's probably not. Of course, we gotta have a chem shop. Hell, as a raider build, we should have 2 of these. Okay, maybe not, but you get the idea. I had a lot of fun decorating this. I literally just took chems and threw them all over the place. And back here, I wanted to make sure it looked like they used this bench all the time. So I put a bunch of chems on there, a bunch of open containers, and I even put a puddle down here to make it look like they had to use this chem shower at least once or twice. Oh, and it says bakery at the top, because you get it, because they bake up. Ah, you get it, you get it. Now, originally, I had the idea to put a walkway that leads out onto the water where there would be a decent-sized fishing town. You can see I already put something out there just to see how it would look. But I might not be able to do that because I'm making this build as a mod for all platforms, Xbox, PC, and PS4, and my frame rate is already dropping a good bit in certain areas. So I know that if I add in a fishing town just outside the wall, it's going to hit my frame rate really hard. And I still have to decorate the inside walls a bit more in the market and most of the places on top of the wall. So I'm going to do all that first and see how the frame rate is looking. I just don't want to pack this place too full where you guys can't even enjoy it. If anything, I'll close off this wall and put the gel cells back here. And the last place I want to show you is up top on this walkway. You can see that I closed it off, or I put a roof over top of it. I think it looks a lot nicer with that. It completes it and it ties in the power armor work area a lot better. Alright, I haven't shown you guys this. This is where they work on their power armor. I think this is my favorite spot of the marketplace area, because even though this is up top, it's still part of the market for me. Just because it came out exactly how I was picturing it, and that hardly ever happens. But yeah, you see, I made a lot of damn progress with this, and I'm hoping to have it done by the next video. So I'm giving myself a week to finish this up. If you guys have any ideas that you would like for me to include, let me know in the comments, and I'll give you a shout out if I use it. But thanks for watching. I recently updated my Patreon to include more tiers and rewards, so be sure to check it out for more content from me and to get the inside scoop of what I'm working on. I also updated my merch shop with a ton of new designs that I'm really excited for. I'm starting to focus way more on my Patreon and merch shop, so I really hope you guys enjoy it.